Right.
Good day to you all. Welcome to one of our first, oh my word, the sound is a bit heavy. Welcome to our show again. We had some technical difficulties, sorry about that. And we just wanted to just introduce ourselves again for the people that was latecomers. We are a part of a non-profitable organization where we try to reach out to the gay community in its whole and try to build a platform for us to have a voice. We are going to actually do this in other studios from next week onwards, where we're going to have a bit more organized situations, and we're going to really be able to do much more for you guys there. But what we would like to just tell you is thank you very much for joining us today. Like and subscribe us on all platforms. Go to Gay Meta Global. Go and like us, subscribe us, and tell your friends about us, because we're trying to build a platform for the gay community where we would actually help the gay community in its whole and show the community what we do and how we actually enhance and uplift the community in its totality. I would also like to say thank you for just bearing with us with a bit of technical difficulties, and for our sound people and everybody that's involved. We really appreciate it. So let me just reintroduce our guest for tonight, and then let's just start over. So sorry about this technical, and we'll do this over until we get it right. But we have to have a voice. And again, I want to say for everybody that's here today, you are a gladiator. You are fighting for a cause. We are all in the same boat. And if we are going to be kept being treated like subhumans, we are the cause of that. We are not allowed to let people look down on us for our sexual preferences or the way we conduct our lives. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you to our guest and ask him to tell us a bit more about himself, and then another guest that's going to join us a little bit later. So for now, Majita Maboza from Zimbabwe is going to tell us his story and his journey being an activist in the gay community, and what he's seen in the jails, and his involvement in the gay community. And then later on, Kurekoshe from Zimbabwe is going to tell us about intersex and intersex being intersex, and how does that affect his life in Zimbabwe and his journey. So without further ado, please tell us about your story and where you came from. How long have you been involved in this? And
Thank you so much. My name is Mashita, and the way I'm a director. I started this organization when I was in Zimbabwe. It was 2020. I was fighting about LGBTI community in Zimbabwe because of it's not allowed for people who are gays and lesbians. So that time, I go through with situations, if people knows that you are gay and people trying to discriminate you and talking about you, if someone said you are gay, and in that country or in that community, people don't understand what is gay and what's the meaning of LGBTI community.
so you had to start from the ground up,
Exactly.
educating the community,
Yes.
telling about gays, and then actually starting a movement.
So on 2020, on the 3 June, I start to help people, like to do some project and to do some discussion group to help people who have challenges of xenophobia. People are trying to talk about. Sometimes people can do suicide because of, if someone said you are gay and someone said you are HIV positive. In the community, there are people who to be open, but because of some people trying to talk about you. So
What I get from you is, so in Zimbabwe, being gay, you get extradited from even your family and get actually abused from even your own family because they don't understand the concept.
exactly. So at that time, I was doing discussion groups. And it was like 10 people, and after that we go to 20. The number was going.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Yeah, because of I was doing some go around, do some projects, or and my family understand me very well because I be open, and my mom, she's in UK. She understand me very well because I tell the truth to Mama, I'm a gay, and he upset me because of I'm only one boy, and I have my sisters and what on. So you know, if to be open, I'm a gay to your family or to your neighbors, people starting judging you. Why you choose to be a gay? Why you choose to? You know what I'm saying?
It's funny that you say that you choose to be gay,
Exactly.
because if you have any insight about human biology and you understand the concept that you don't choose to be the way you are. You don't wake up one day and go, ah, the sun is shining on the south and I'm going to be straight. You are who you are.
Exactly. That's the time I be open and to fight about my rights, to fight about who I am, to fight about my gender. Because in the world, people are scared to be open, and people are scared to come out because of
It's like they're being ashamed
yes,
for having a child that could be gay.
exactly.
The interesting thing is, Mashita, is all us, the whole community, belongs to straight people.
Yes.
And we accept straight people.
Yeah.
But yet, we are the product of straight people.
Yes.
And yet we get extradited, we get classified as a subhuman, and we are treated differently. And policies and procedures is actually implemented on our sexuality, which we never had a choice on, so that we can fit into society. Yeah. And I think it's actually sad to think that we're living in the 20th century and people still have that kind of insights. And the work you are doing is so important to uplift the community, but also the people that actually has these kids. As a gay person myself, I hated myself for many, many years being gay. I thought God made a mistake. You know, like there was a wrong mistake here, and I was like praying, God, please, can you rectify this one? Because we all have this idea of having a wife and 2.5 kids in the Labrador. I've never understood the 2.5 kids thing, but it's some other statistic. But the thing is, for you to stand up in a community that is historically more conservative, must have been great challenges in your country. And we in South Africa, I think we are a little bit more enlightened. I'm not saying much more, but I think we've grown a little bit more to understand that there is difference between one person and another person. It's quite a big concept to bring to the community.
Yeah. So on that time when I was in Zimbabwe, you know, I was arrested because of I was doing campaigns, I was doing discussion groups of gays. So people at presidential card said you are influenced people to be gays and to be so.
It's amazing.
Exactly. So I was arrested because of this situation, and I go to prison for 3 years. So
oh my word.
And that time I was very, 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 you know, I never been in prison, I never go through.
I can imagine. I mean, it's not like you go to prison every day.
Yeah. So when I was in court, I told the magistrate, to be honest, I'm a gay, and I don't feel to be with people who are not gay in same cell. Like in Zimbabwe, you go to cells, like when you want to sleep, you can sleep 50 people in one cell. And to me, it was very difficult because of my gender, because of I'm a gay. So I'm the first person in Zimbabwe, I tell the truth in Zimbabwe Prison Correctional Service to tell the truth that I'm a gay, and I'm not safe to be in these cells because of my gender. So the officer in charge of Larry Central, he called the commissioner, and the commissioner was Chiwovu, that is the commissioner now in Zimbabwe. So he said, we're supposed to write a letter, and that letter is going to call your family, so to prove your child is already gay or is lying. Oh. So I said, hi, how can I lie? Because of, if you can go to my pages or my Facebook or anywhere, you can see my programs, you can see everything I'm doing.
You were actually fighting for gay rights, and yes. Actually wanted to, and that's actually a way of people trying to just belittle you even more. Yeah.
So on that time, I read my letter, and the letter accepted in 1 week, and I got my cell. I was staying in single cell, but you know, when you are in prison, there are people who are abused, there are people who are raped, or people are used to, because of I don't have food, I don't have cigarettes, or I don't have any soap to use.
Oh my word.
People,
So people were actually
to use
sexually
you.
abused
Exactly.
or used for.
Exactly.
Oh
So
my
I
God.
I go through a lot of things because of, I thank God my family was coming to see me with some grocery, with something, but I learned to, that time I learned to say, I'm going to help people who are abused in prison. So my theme was LGBTIP. P was is is lesbian, gay, bi and intersex in prison, to help people who are in prison. So I start my organization like it was LGBT, not now we are putting plus.
Yeah, the plus.
So
But the plus actually includes everything.
exactly. So
even the straight community.
exactly.
Yeah.
So at that time when I was in Zimbabwe, when I come out from prison, I start to LGBTP. P was about prisoner,
Yeah.
people who are in prison. So my organization, I was dealing with people who are ex-offenders, the members of LGBT, and the people who are in prison. You know, there's a people who what can I say? There's a people who are in prison, but they are gay, but they are scared to come out because of, you know, it's not allowed.
Illegal. It's illegal.
Exactly. And it's not allowed to say I'm a gay. But you know, I got a lot of things I fight.
I think,
and now I'm really fight about my gender. How can I say? I'm going to fight about Zimbabwe, you know, because of it's not allowed, and it's my right to be a gay. It's not my choice to say I want something.
You never chose to be gay. You
So-
didn't say one day, please let me be gay. No, that's
Exactly.
interesting.
So each of time when I'm thinking about people who are fighting, who are struggling in Zimbabwe, I cry each of time because I got a lot of things, and I was one trying to abuse in prison with officers, you know, because of my gender. So I
So
think
you've even been picked on being gay.
yeah.
Can you believe it? So you are not only in gay because you're gay. You're not in the prison because you're gay. You're actually being abused and you're actually being extradited by the family. So the whole concept and the whole issue is actually really needs to be addressed, and people really need to know that these people really don't have a choice. But I think if any straight person thinks for themselves, I'm going to go for the same sex person today, most of them will be repulsed at that moment because it's not in your humanity. And I think if you would put yourself in that shoe, you'll understand that these people do not choose that. In our own family, we are 28 gay people, which just proves to you that this is not something that you choose one day. We actually saw that it actually came down in the family tree. We actually traced the family to see where the gay gene was actually transferred from one person to another. You can't have 28 gay people in one family. Even my brother is gay. My mom's got 4 children, one passed unfortunately, and there are 2 boys, and both of us are gay. And I can tell you, it's never been a choice. I've always dreamed about marrying and having 2 kids. But the moment I started interacting with a woman and trying to find my sexual place with her, there was just no place there. So I just knew that this was wrong.
Yeah.
My mom told us to always be honest
Yes.
and always be truthful and never destroy people's lives and never destroy people's thoughts of you for lying. And that I adore you for standing up and saying, listen here guys, I'm being treated wrongly because of something I've never chosen to do. Tell me, in the prison, when you were in the prison, and you saw these terrible, terrible atrocities happen, did the guards ever stop, or did anybody help out?
Yeah, and that time when I was in prison, I come out to be honest to everyone. I'm a gay, and the officers are scared. Which, hey, this guy is a gay. Don't give time to go to speak with people or to be in with people because he's gonna influence people to be gays. You know what I'm saying? So that time life was so hard. Sometimes, you know, when you're alone, you feel like you are, maybe you are wrong to people. People were asking to come say, let's talk, let's discuss. But one day I spoke with the officer in charge. I told them, yes, I tell the truth that I'm a gay, and I open to everyone that I'm a gay. But it's not because of I want to influence people here in prison. It's not because of I want to try people to say
It's ridiculous.
join the gays. If you are a gay, you are a gay. You are not invite people say come to be a gay. You are not invite people say start to be a lesbian or to be an intersex or to be a no. It's your feelings. You understand?
You can't judge somebody
Yes.
for the way they feel.
Exactly.
And the thing is, what's interesting, and I think lots of people do not understand this. Being gay or understanding the fact that you are different
Yes.
is a big shock to you. That's the biggest shock in the world. 20,000 people can walk past you and go, oh, that's a gay person. But for you to accept yourself is the first step. And many people lose their lives there because people can't take the fact that they're different. They actually go and commit suicide. And this is the thing, is to realize that you are creation of God. You are made perfect the way you are. If God made mistakes,
Yes.
we wouldn't have been here. And this is something that I feel very strong about, especially in the situation where you come from a traditionally more conservative country. And we know about the previous president and the way he ran the country. But can you imagine that Nelson Mandela stopped fighting for democracy? If he stopped, we would have never been where we are now.
Yes.
And if we would stop, where will we be in 20 years' time? It's really a time that we should sit back and say, listen here, you can't determine my sexuality, and you can't determine the policies and ways to treat me. I'm equal to you.
Yeah.
And this goes for everyone.
Yeah, that is true. And I noticed when we come from us, like as a Zimbabweans, you know, some people are not believing. We call a lot of names. Is a satanism, is a spiritual, what. But my advice to people who are gays in Zimbabwe, I'm going to fight about my rights. I'm going to fight about people who are gay in Zimbabwe. It doesn't matter to you are not open to everyone, but fight about your rights, fight about everything you are doing. And my vision in this 2024, I know God will open my doors. I want to help people who are struggling from gay community to maybe we can have some projects to help people like farming, to do carpentry, to do, there's a lot of jobs, you know what I'm saying. So I think if I can get a fund so we can help people to have a shelter, so we can help people who are in street, who are in you know, in there's a lot of people in community who are struggling to have a shelter, to have a food, clothes, everything. Exactly. Because of, you know, there's no jobs, there's no man in Zimbabwe, you know. So
can I just say to you, so we're staying in Bloemfontein, which is one of the major cities in South Africa. And I can tell you now, I will give you 1,000 rand if you can go to any person on the street and ask them, where's the gay shelter?
yes.
For a person that has been beaten by their own family, that has been thrown out in the rain, in the darkness, without nothing, to just tell them, where can you go?
Yes.
Just for safekeeping. But the thing that you are saying here is so true. Because we know that lots of people treat a cause.
Yes.
I'm having a cough, yes, I'm sick. But I think what we should do is actually treat the symptom, and the cause, not only the symptom. If we go and we see that somebody needs to be uplifted and get skills, to give that skills to that person, because you will actually help that person to have a fishing rod and be able to feed themselves forever. So it's so important that we get the platform and we show people that we can actually enrich their lives, all our lives, not only like here's food. Gosh, we can dish out food every day. But that's not really making a difference. Making a difference is enriching somebody's life, telling somebody that you are okay, showing them that your sexuality is not a sin.
Yeah.
You know what? We had this situation many years when people heard rock and roll in the 50s and the 60s, they were all Satanists.
Yeah.
Today we all rock on it and it's fine because we understand it.
Yeah.
And I think by understanding your child, you do not know how many parents needs our help as well because they do not know how to treat this child. They were brought up in a straight community, they only know straight things, and listen, I've got a gay son that wants to be a female, and they don't understand that. And I can tell you, the thing is, our gay community are so complex because we have all the genres in a straight community, and we fulfill each point of it. So I think a lot of people don't understand the fact that what happens in your privacy, in your home, in your bedroom, is something special. It doesn't mean you stop loving, caring, and stop being a good person.
Yeah.
And just by hearing and talking to you, I actually hear that you're quite a spiritual person. And it sounds like you actually like God, you know?
Yeah.
So the fact that you're a spiritual person shows me that you even for that you stand up. How do you feel about that?
You know, I want to quote you some small, I go a lot of things about Christian, my church in Zimbabwe is Seventh Day, people, if noticed you are gay, and people thinking, this person is dressing, the way he's doing, people are trying to talk about me, this person is a gay, he's not supposed to come to church, this person is not to attend anything. Like, I was crying just trying to, okay, God, I tell the truth, I'm a gay to everyone. I never hide myself, but I'm coming to tell you my problems who I'm facing in the community. Each every time when I'm going to church or if I'm attend the service, people said come to counseling because of you have a spiritual of Satanism, this and this. But to myself, I tell God, okay, I know I'm a gay, and people can judge me, people can talk me, they can talk everything about me, but I'm not gonna change my life. But I want to help people who are struggling because of the gender. Like now there's gays programs like gospel. We can watch the gays services online on Facebook. Anyway, because of people are scared to go to church because of you're gonna say you're a gay.
I can tell you a story. I went to church in Bloemfontein, and I was actually physically thrown out of the church being gay. I don't want to wear a tie, and I don't want to take out my earrings. And because I didn't do that, I was actually physically removed from church. The fact that I'm gay doesn't mean that I don't love God.
Yeah. But sometimes, I know people we don't understand. See, if you can go to church, it's not gonna change because of I'm gay. Now, no one gonna change. Please change your style, change your everything you're doing. That is who I am. You're not going to pray for someone, but you are going to pray for God. That's the one who answers the prayers.
The interesting thing is you just talk about it, but my understanding of God is love and forgiveness. And if I believe in God as a forgiving and a loving God, I'm one of His children. Yeah. And nothing will change me from that. Yes. Regardless of 2 or 3 verses that people just take totally out of context. Yeah. But really, just coming to that, I actually want to ask the community to just check our shirts out and just check our attire out. We try to match today. And give us likes if you like it, and if you would like us to do this again, because it's fun, just to show that cultural diversity is something that shouldn't be something that puts you back. Yeah. It should be something that pushes you forward. And we're trying to use this platform because with all your voices, we don't have only 2. We've got 10,000 voices. And I think 10,000 voices makes a hell of a noise, more than just 2. So I really want you guys to comment and to give us ideas of things that you want to hear and things that you want us to interact. We're planning an interactive actual program where we're actually going to invest in talent, gay talent.
Yes.
We want to do gay talent music shows and people that can actually do physical things with their hands and show their abilities. We actually want to do a lot of projects to show how we can actually enhance people's lives in general.
Yes. In that we are discussing about, we are going to build our community. It's not only for LGBT community, but to see people who are struggling. Like there's orphans, there's old peoples. You know, you're not going to deal with lesbians, gay, bi, and what, but we are going to help people who are struggling to get money, to get school fees to go to school. The people who are there are people are struggling to stay in the street. You don't have food, you don't have clothes. So we are going to fight to get a shelter to help the people who are struggling in the community, and to have maybe a land so we can do farming, we can do fishing, chicken, everything. There's a lot of projects that are coming.
It's amazing that you keep mentioning this, because we are not treating the symptom, we are treating the cause once again. And the thing is, to uplift a community is by giving them a job, giving them food, giving them shelter, and giving them ability. If I can be a plumber, then I can look after myself. In many cases, we have people that is gay, that is acting like parents in families, and these guys has to be uplifted because they have to actually parent their siblings. And we're not even touching the HIV and the PrEP and all those things. We will go there, but the subject matter is so big.
Exactly. If you can check, there's a lot of organizations.
Exactly.
Like here in South Africa, there's
giving
medication. Exactly. They are dealing with STI, PrEP, HIV test. There's a lot of things. But our organization, we are going to deal with people who have talents, people who have a. We know people have job, we have degrees, we have everything, but we don't have a job. We are struggling to get a job.
So we're going to try to encourage entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Second thing we're really going to work hard on is actually getting gay retirement house.
Exactly.
I mean, we don't have families.
Exactly.
Very few of us has the fortunate ability to actually have kids because of our sexuality, but it doesn't mean that we don't have special needs.
Exactly.
I don't believe that I should be in a straight retirement home. I want to be in a gay retirement home because they understand my needs. They understand how my community works. They understand my physical and my sexual needs as well. Because I don't want to be in a place where they don't want to allow me to be in a place, because it happens where two men goes into the same room. That is total discrimination. My brother's lover was sick just recently, and he was hospitalized. And my brother was not allowed to go into the hospital to stand next to his lover for 6 years, to support his lover because of the fact that they are not married and that is not accepted. So these are the things that I think that people that put us as a subhuman, and I refuse to be treated as a subhuman, and I refuse my community to be treated as a subhuman. I've never chosen for this, and I tell you, this is something we have to do. I think what we should do is we should actually go over and see if we can connect again with Koshwe from Zimbabwe.
And please don't forget, on the 11th we have a program talking about traditional, why members of LGBTI, we have a challenge about Christian and traditional healer. So don't miss this program on the 11th. We will have a guest from Rustenburg. He's going to speak about traditional healer and Christian. So don't miss this program.
That's going to be very interesting. I actually have a friend that works here at Packoffs, which is also a traditional healer. And it would be interesting if we actually have like a bit of a conversation with him as well, just to see what is his points of view. Because I once spoken to a guy that is proclaimed to be a Satanist. And he opened my eyes when he said to me, the fact that I'm a Satanist doesn't mean that I do not know how to love and I do not know how to care. the fact that I've got a religious disbelief or different belief doesn't make me a bad person. And for a second, I just thought to myself, I'm actually proclaiming not to judge, and I was caught judging for a second. It just had to let myself go and say, hey, let people be, and just let people live and love them for who they are. What your life is like is your personal point of view. And as long as we're in the same direction, we'll go into the same direction. So we're just going to try to get back to our intersex guest. I want us to understand what intersectionalism is, what it means. Just 1 second. And we also want to tell you his journey. So if
Go.
So unfortunately we had a bit of a technical issue trying to get hold of Kulukashi talking about intersex and intersection in the community, and we will definitely get him back on one of our future shows. He's got a hell of a story to tell you, and his journey has been something that has been so inspirational to all of us. We will definitely get back to you on that. And on that note, I would like to ask everybody, please go like and subscribe our channel. Get all your friends and family to join. These little likes and subscribes really does a lot to the algorithm and allows us to have a bigger platform where we can actually really make a big difference. And we also want to say thank you to Judith for tonight, telling us your story. You're really inspiring us. And then last but not all, our sound and media guy, our Bishop, is being a
I'm there, guys. I'm there,
Thank
guys.
you very
I'm
much
there,
for your
guys.
time, and hopefully we can use you a lot in the future. We wouldn't be able to do it without you.
Exactly.
And I'm going to ask you to take this movie or this clip and share it with people and tell people to climb on board, be part of us, become part of the community, an active part of the community. To make yourself part of a community is to enlighten yourself. We cannot do this alone. We need all of you. If you have a skill, if you know somebody, if there's anybody that wants to be part of this brilliant program, guys, we are going to go international. We are really having people that wants to make a difference. So if you really feel like you can make a difference, contact us, and we would apply you in the right place, and we will utilize your skill to do what we want to do for this community. And we want to thank you all for your time. Have a great evening and look after yourselves. Hey.
And don't forget,
On the
11, we have a big program.
Oh man, that's
we're going to talk about traditional healer. The people who are members of LGBT who are struggling about Christian, about LGBT. So don't miss this program on the 11th.
So you're going to actually have a program that actually uses traditional healing versus Christianity, and then the struggles for the community.
So we'll
between
be enjoying because we have a guest from Rustenburg. So he's a traditional healer, and we have a guest from Cape Town. The pastor will be talking and what is the challenge people are facing in the community. So don't miss this program on the 11th, and we are going to give you a lot of programs. Thank you. May God bless you. Thank you so much.
Have a nice evening.
Bye.
Bye-bye.